Hi guys and welcome back to the Finanza portal. Today we're going to continue with our Stockscreener series, 3 opportunities versus 3 challenges, and today we will try to analyze Alibaba Group. Here we have almost everything: big tech company, innovation, China, politics, geopolitics, and now let's dive into the company. So Alibaba Group Holding Limited, through its subsidiaries, provides technology, infrastructure, and marketing reach to a lot of merchants, brands, retailers, and other businesses to engage with their users and customers not only in China but also internationally. Very often, Alibaba is compared to its American counterpart, and that is Amazon, the everything store. So Alibaba operates through 4 segments, more specifically core commerce, cloud computing, digital media and entertainment, and innovation initiatives, and others. So very similar business model to Amazon. The company operates Taobao marketplace, a social commerce platform, Tmall, a third-party online mobile commerce platform for brands and retailers, Alimama, a monetization platform, 1688.com and Alibaba.com, which are online wholesale marketplaces, AliExpress, a retail marketplace, and many other companies, which are various e-commerce, logistics services platforms, restaurant local services guide platform, and online travel platform. Additionally, the company operates Youku, an online video platform, Alibaba Pictures, and other content platforms that provide online videos, films, live events, news feeds, literature, music, and others. Also, they provide a mobile digital app, navigation, real-time traffic information app, and so many other businesses. That's incredible how we can think about having so many different businesses in one company. It's about talking about Amazon, it's about talking about Google and other tech companies in just one. Really amazing. So, looking back at history, Alibaba was incorporated in 1999 and is based in Hangzhou, China, of course. So, Alibaba, after all, is a tech giant company offering more than multiple services. Is Alibaba the one and only everything store? So many different businesses, so many opportunities, so many rewards, but also so many risks. Now let's dive in the 3 pros and cons of the company. We have analyzed in the past Facebook, for example. We will continue this format, the stock screener, but remember, here the usual disclaimer: this is not investing advice, just educational material that can help you to increase your knowledge. So do always your own research and be always advised by experts. So after the usual disclaimer, now let's look into the 3 best opportunities with Alibaba. So it is pretty clear that Alibaba is an everything store with multiple channels to continue its growth. This is pivotal, and I'm pretty sure that only a small part of Alibaba's investors acknowledge all of its different businesses. Remember the company description. I was very quick while telling you all the different businesses. There were so many. That's incredible for real. So, moreover, Alibaba, being a Chinese company, it operates in the biggest market in the world. So let's not forget about that. Having so many products to offer to the biggest client base in the world nowadays, at least for a single nation or territory, Alibaba should be always considered as a tier 1 company to monitor and screen for possible investments. So being an everything store, so many businesses, so many opportunities, and a real big client base is really huge considering positive opportunities for the company, at least. Well, second opportunity of the company and second positive aspect of Alibaba is Jack Ma, in my opinion. This is really personal because I love the character and the story behind this tech giant founder, even if he is less involved in Alibaba now than in the past, and that's for sure. Jack Ma is coming from very poor origins, learned English thanks to Anglo-Saxon tourists that arrived in China years ago. The man is a genius for sure. Well, at least for me and for different analysts and opinionists and people in general. He has a very distinct Chinese, but also, in my opinion, Western and American traits. And for this, I consider Jack Ma a very special person. He is the perfect mix between two different cultures, which are very different if we consider several traits. So, moreover, his motivational videos are really inspiring, and I've read some books about the man, and he is an amazing businessman. So, having Jack Ma linked at least with Alibaba, even if his involvement has decreased during the years, is for sure an opportunity for Alibaba. So now let's look at positive aspect number three, and that is, in my opinion, cheap multiples and cheap valuation considering comparables. Well, this is written in various sources and it's all about numbers. So, despite relatively strong results, Alibaba is experiencing relatively cheap valuation and multiples, especially considering comparables. So, Alibaba is now at a valuation that is the cheapest since it was listed in the US market, at least. Even if it is in the consumer cyclical sector, it is pretty clear that, for example, the price-earning ratio for Alibaba is cheaper than its comparables, and that we have to compare Alibaba with big tech companies. So just have a look at Amazon. That is maybe its best comparable for being a tech giant and for the different businesses and the business model itself, as I said in the beginning of the video. So even if multiple analysis is not a dogma and valuations are very often relative, so they are not absolute, Alibaba is a lot cheaper than past times at least. Of course, Amazon is not a perfect comparable, and why this happens? Of course, investors do not and cannot value equally, for understandable reasons, a US and a Chinese company, even if they are pretty similar in some sort of way. So there is always speculation about possible problems for Chinese companies. And here we are with some challenges to face for any Alibaba investor. And challenge number one is Chinese regulation. So, could the Chinese regulator divide the company? Well, maybe, and maybe not. However, this uncertainty around the tech sector in China and Alibaba also in particular is making investors nervous about the company and the other tech giants in China. Even if a decreasing trend in revenues or a new competitor entering the market are a great problem for every company, regulation is maybe one of the worst nightmares for every investor, especially if we are talking about China. Well, just have a look at an empirical example. The IPO of the Ant Group, that is the owner of Alipay, for example, digital payment platform, has been suspended since 2020 by Chinese authorities. So since then, they have broken up Alipay, forcing the company to split its users' data into a separate entity that's partially owned by the Chinese state. Alibaba had 1/3 of Ant Group, so it was a massive problem for Alibaba. A lot of shareholders' value has been destroyed, and this is a problem for investors, of course. So even if a big discount is already priced in the company due to this reason, and we have seen at comparables before at a very important opportunity, is it enough, this discount, or investors will require a bigger discount for investing in Alibaba? And only time and markets will tell, of course. So now let's have a look at challenge number 2. And that is unclear guidance, uncertainty in the future, Chinese economy slowing and possibly snowing, and the impossibility for long-term investors to predict the future of the company. This is the biggest difference between Amazon and Alibaba, in my opinion. We can imagine Amazon for 10 years, always innovating, with ups and downs for sure, but a clear guidance and not a clear future, but something very similar to it is available to investors at least. Well, if we look at the previous reasons, this is nearly impossible to design for Alibaba. Even if it is a black swan scenario, is it possible to nationalize Alibaba? Maybe not. Is it possible to see a complete delisting due to geopolitical reasons? Maybe not. But there is always uncertainty. There are always some opportunities that this could possibly happen in the future. And this weighs on investors' valuation for sure. And it is a big challenge for the company to overcome, especially in front of competitors. And now let's look at challenge number 3, that is government and nation first, shareholders second, maybe second. And this is something that the Chinese government has made pretty clear, in my opinion. Well, we have already seen like some history about the company and the company relationship in front of China. And in my opinion, this relationship and the fact that government and nation are first and then the company interests are second is the biggest challenge for Alibaba to overcome. It is pretty clear nowadays that the Chinese government can do whatever it thinks is best for China, such as nationalizing the companies, stopping IPOs, and doing whatever, also partially. Or that, for example, tech star Jack Ma could be away from the public for months. Well, it's kind of pivotal to acknowledge that China is still an emerging market. It has a lot of growth still to happen. So it's a market that in the future should grow quite a lot. So opportunities in China are huge. It is an emerging market with so many people, so many opportunities, and an important growth in the future. But on the other side, risk and uncertainties are there as well. Because, of course, huge opportunities, huge rewards, huge risks and uncertainties. So, these issues, so the relationship between Alibaba, but not only Alibaba, other tech companies, and the Chinese government are a big precedent, and investors have to price it. So the listing threat due to geopolitics and political reasons is a remote possibility. But there is a possibility. And will Alibaba be able to succeed in the future? After all, it's all about risk and reward and how investors perceive them. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give us a like if you like the video. Stay tuned for more content, for more stock screeners, as well as other contents. Thank you so much again. Let me know in comments what do you think about Alibaba, and see you in the future. Bye.